What is up, ladies and gents? Yours truly is back for another unboxing video, this time to mark an annual occasion where I reached the young age of 22. I mean 33. But this is just an unboxing video, guys, of yours truly. And a couple of you reached out to me and said, I'd love to see an unboxing video of some of your birthday gifts that you've got. And I've been quite spoiled this year, so I've picked out my favorite ones, and there's a couple that I don't know what I'm getting, and there's a couple that I've opened and I'm absolutely amazed at, and I can't wait to get into. A few of them I can actually put on the channel with you guys as games, so I'm going to be doing some full game walkthroughs of those as well, so stay tuned. But I hope you're all doing well, guys. Welcome back. Apologies for my throat slash chest. Picked up some sort of lurgy slash hay fever type thing, and it's just wiped me out the last couple of days. What more could you want on your birthday? But here we are with an unboxing video with yours truly. So to start off with, the very first was what I thought was a bit of a leaflet. And I'm not going to do that because there's a code underneath there. This is the digital version of Horizon Forbidden West. Now, this is a game that I've absolutely hankered for a long time. I wanted to wait for it to come down a little bit in price. But my partner was very kind enough to buy it for me, and she just said, you know, I know you've been talking about that game for a while. Absolutely loved the first game. The very first Horizon game was fantastic, and in my opinion was a solid 10 out of 10. PlayStation exclusive again, and this one just seems to hit home as well, in exactly the same way. So, present number one. Present number two, staying on the game front. Oh yes. Now, for those of you that know me, I'm a massive martial arts fan. This is a game I've also had my eye on for quite some time. And it's an indie title brought to you by the likes of Slowcap and Microids, which I've never heard of before. But a few of my friends have been playing this one, and they've highly recommended it to me and said, you know, it's quite a short game, but there's loads of replay value. The combat in there is fantastic. And what the hell's going on with the screen in the background? So a couple of friends have recommended this one to me, guys. They've said, you know, the combat is fantastic. There's replay value there as well if you want to sort of dive into the different versions of the endings and things like that. So I'm going to unwrap this one because this is the Vengeance edition of the game, which comes with apparently some extra bits and pieces. But thank you so much to everyone for the lovely birthday well wishes. Look at that. Oh, yes. So for those of you that don't know, sifu is Chinese for master or teacher, which is a very kung fu-esque word. I absolutely love the steel book. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. It's got an amazing... smells beautiful as well. I'm a bit weird. I don't know about you guys, but whenever you got like a magazine or a fresh book or a fresh piece of like, I don't know, material, you've always got to do the sniff test, haven't you? You always got to sniff it. So there's the older sifu. Green screen's going crazy in the background, guys, so sorry about that. As you open it, there is the game. I'm going to take that out because there's a code in there. Sorry. There's the game, and it's got a nice little pattern in the disc holding slot as well. So cannot wait to play this one. I'm definitely going to be... by the way, guys, just to give you a heads up, the code is for the game soundtrack. Always a good sign if you get the code for a soundtrack to a game. It normally means it's absolutely amazing. We've also been given a art book, The Art of Sifu, which we'll look for in a second. And it looks like we've been given some sort of story cards as well, which I will show you now. The light's not being our friend today, but I'm going to show you each one. Looks absolutely amazing. Quite dark, that picture. This is my favorite. Ready to rumble in the mall. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a game I'm going to be putting on the channel, guys. So stay tuned. Obviously, we're playing through Scarlet Nexus at the moment, but once that's done, I'm actually considering cracking into some of these. I was actually going to put Sekiro as my next game because I'm massively, as you know, into the Souls games, and that's the only Souls game that I haven't played. Apparently, it's the hardest out of all of them. So I want to put myself to the test with that one. But I'm considering doing Sifu as well. I also want to do Horizon. And there's another game or two that I'm going to show you in a second. Just going to flick through the art book, guys, just so you can see the type of stuff that we've got. I absolutely love this sort of thing. And this is all free. The Vengeance Edition is God knows how much. I got it for my birthday, but it's slightly more than the standard edition of the game. But if you guys are into like the art and stuff, look at this. I love it when you get stuff like this in the games. And then from what I gather, it only ups the price by about £10, which I think is absolutely worth it. So you get the art book, you get art cards, and you could actually put some of these, if you wanted to, into some sort of mini frames and put them along your wall. Or stick them on your wall as they are, or whatever. Do whatever you want with them. But the art is not to be snuffed at. It looks really, really good. Just looking through now, guys. That kind of looks like a cyberpunk type level. Obviously all the different levels in the game. This is super cool. Kind of reminds me of a Ghost of Tsushima type level. It looks like we're going to get our hands on weapons as well, which I am super excited about. Hopefully we can get a nunchuck, start flailing that bad boy around like Bruce Lee. Look at this one over there. Beautiful. Really, really good. So yeah, I'm really keen to get my hands on some of the weapons. That geisha looks amazing. Look at the swords. Can't wait to get my hands on some of the weapons. It looks like you've got bow staff in there. It looks like there's going to be Morning Star weapons, some sort of flail. Nunchucks is hopefully going to make an appearance. That is going to be my go-to. I just want to Bruce Lee someone in the chops, basically. But apparently the combat is absolutely fantastic. Feels really fluid. Apparently it's quite difficult as well. I don't know if the whole game is difficult, but there's definitely difficulty spikes in this. This is just going on feedback and opinions that I've heard from friends that are playing this. But I'm massively into this. Trek to Yomi is another one I'm interested in. I love these types of games. Ghost of Tsushima I did on the channel, so go and check that one out, guys, if you want to go and check that one out. I know it's an old game, but I say oldish now. But those types of games, I absolutely love it. Martial arts is something that's very, very close and dear to my heart, always has been. Bruce Lee is my number one fan of Bruce Lee. Absolutely love Bruce Lee growing up. He's the reason why I got into martial arts, and games like this just kind of remind me of my love for it, basically. So yeah, there you go. That's the box it comes in. I'm not going to keep that, to be honest, but yeah, you get 3 lithograph cards, you get the Art of Sifu with it, and you also get a very nice steelbook case, which I'm going to keep all my goodies in. So that's Sifu. Another game, one that I unknowingly added to my library not long ago because of the recent upgrades to the PS Plus service. But still, this is a disc version, so I'm probably going to be playing this one ahead of the digital version, only because it takes less time to install. Normally runs a bit smoother as well on disc versions. I don't know if that's legit or just the experience that I've had with games, but it tends to be, if you've got a disc version, it runs slightly better. It's a little bit more reliable, but I'm not sure how true that actually is. But there's Guardians of the Galaxy. That is our next one. Absolutely love the movies. I've just started to crack through the movies with my girlfriend, and we're sort of going through the Marvel movies at the moment, and we've actually watched Guardians 1 and Volume 2 as well. So absolutely love them. I think they're among the top Marvel movies that I've seen in the Marvel universe so far. I can imagine that one's going to be quite fun to play. Lots of comedy value. I've heard some good reviews. And apparently it does the films justice, but it kind of goes off on its own tangent as well and makes its own little story, which is going to be interesting. Moving on to the next one. Now, this is a game that I have eyeballed since the release. And again, it's going to be one of those scenarios where I looked at it and I thought, I really want it. I don't need it. I need to get through my game catalog. It's a franchise that's very, very close to my heart. But for my birthday, it did arrive. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. So this is, I don't know if you guys can see that because the light's going a bit crazy. This is the origin story for Final Fantasy. So this is on PS5. You've got online co-op, you've got jobs apparently, you've got abilities, but you've got the usual summons, developed by Square Enix, so the guys that always deliver amazing Final Fantasy games. It just looks like it's a blend between Dynasty Warriors and the usual Final Fantasy stuff. So this is, again, going to be a full game playthrough on the channel. Stay tuned, guys, for that one. That is going to be listed on the channel very soon. I'm going to have to work through how and when I'm going to do these. I might do a couple of them off stream, but upload the videos in parts and then do the others live streaming as normal. So I might have to do a bit of chopping and changing, but stay tuned. I will be doing Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. I will be doing the Horizon Forbidden West. I will be doing Sifu. I've also got to complete Scarlet Nexus, and I also want to do Sekiro. Plus there's God of War coming at the end of the year. I'm also going to be picking up Skull and Bones because that one looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like one I'm really, really going to enjoy. So go and check that one out as well, guys. And moving on to not so much a game, but related to a game. And this was one I thought was pretty cool. Kind of cute as well. Crash Bandicoot. Nitro Fueled. It's a little vinyl figure, and you've got collectible ones on the side. So you can get Neo Cortex, Crash, Coco's on there. You've got End Brain, what's his name, Ripperoo, and Polar Bear. So you can get them all in a little set. This one is going to take prime position on my desktop right here, underneath my TV. And yes, I'm going to be collecting them. It's part of the Funko Pop collection, so they're not pop vinyls. It's not the same as the pop heads that you get. But it's of the same build and company, if that makes sense. There we go. There's Crash. Oh, that's pretty cool, to be fair. Look at that. Detail's pretty insane. That's his classic kart that you get from Crash Team Racing, which is, by the way, a very fun and entertaining game to play, guys. If you haven't played Crash Team Racing, I highly recommend you do, especially if you're a fan of Crash, especially if you like games like Mario Kart, Nintendo Kart Racers. Any kart racing game, basically. It's kind of party madness, party fun, and Crash Team Racing is amongst the good ones. Really, really good. So there, as I said, there's the box that it comes in. That was also a birthday treat, and that's part one of the many others that I'm going to be collecting. Very nice sort of glazed plastic. But the detail and the paint finish on it is really, really nice. I especially like the tires. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does a great job at reflecting the light. And I just love his pose. That's just me when I'm firing up a barbecue. That's down. There you go. Holy crap. That is amazing. I did not expect this. So I've got another present coming, which I'll do a separate unboxing video on, because I'm going to be sporting the damn thing when it comes, and you'll see what I mean. But this is amazing. Look at this. The board game survival horror. You've got all your classics in there. So this could be another separate video, guys. We could do a separate video on this, the unboxing, going into the details. You've got Annette Birkin, Sherry, Ben's in there, William Birkin, Brian Irons, Brad Vickers, Marvin Branagh. And the monsters you've got: 2 giant spiders, 2 ivy monsters, and can't read that from there. Zombie Brad Vickers and Zombie Marvin Branagh. So spoilers if you haven't completed Resident Evil 2, but it's been out since '98. So get your asses in gear. It's on you if you haven't. Just another phenomenal gift. Thank you so much, my good friend, my bro from another Mo, the V-Man. Age 14 takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, apparently, to do a game on this. Not really sure how it works, but I'll read to you what it says. Not all the survivors of the Raccoon City incident were concerned with escaping the nightmare. For some, those of dark hearts and even more deranged minds, the only responsible was to prowl the abandoned hallways and tunnels in search of prey. But the survivors should not despair, for new allies can also be found, and with them, new weapons to confront such challenges. The Survival Horror expansion is packed with new content for your new games of Resident Evil 2, the board game, including 5 unique new survivor characters, new weapons. So this is an expansion to the original Resident Evil 2 board game, which is kind of a giveaway. Bizarre new enemies, a new game mode, and 2 completely new scenarios featuring player versus player characters. If you're looking to add extra challenge and depth to your games or just want to see the world burn, Batman?
The bandit had been throwing them away.
So why steal them?
Well, because he thought it was good sport. Because some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
This expansion is the ideal accompaniment. Are you ready to return to the nightmare and discover the true end of Resident Evil 2, the board game? A copy of Resident Evil 2, the board game is required in order to play with this expansion. So you do need the original Resident Evil 2 game, but I can pick that. I've seen that at the local nerd shop. Comes with 13 highly detailed plastic miniatures, 38 cards, and 1 expansion booklet. So the idea is that this is an add-on to the original game, which is great. So there we go, ladies and gents. That is a very brief summary of the best stuff that I've received so far. I've obviously received a lot more, loads of snacks, loads of clothes, loads of aftershave, all that kind of stuff, but you don't want to see that. You want to see what this channel is all about, which is gaming stuff, gaming games, gaming merch, all that kind of thing. I am going to be getting one more present that's going to be coming in the post soon, I would imagine, and that deserves a unboxing video in its own right, and you'll see why. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Crash is going on the desk. I'm going to install some of these games, but stay tuned. I think I'm going to be doing Sifu first, only because that's likely going to be one that's not going to take as long, I would imagine. But I'm going to be cracking through all of those games, guys, at some point. So stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, it might not be that I do all of them as a live stream playthrough. I might have to cut some of them down or do them offline, do just the best bits video on one of the games, or do a combination of the 3. So I might just tie it all in. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing video. As I said with the games, I am going to have to go a little bit military on them because I'm playing through quite a lot at the moment, trying to catch up on TV stuff. I'm doing some trailer reactions as well. The channel's very busy and I'm stretched for time, basically. So what I'm probably going to do is potentially do just a best bits series video for one of the games. I'll do one of them as a full game playthrough live like I normally do, and then one of them might have to be just a full, completely off-stream recorded playthrough, and I'll just snip the bits together and put it up on the channel that way, only because I've just got so much to do, and I want to get all those in preferably before God of War comes out, before Skull and Bones comes out, because I know once those games land, I'm going to be off the scene. I'm going to be doing that non-stop streaming and stuff like that, and I'm not really going to have much time for anything else. I am also cracking into the Resident Evil Netflix series at the minute, guys. I've watched 2 episodes. So far, it's okay. Although a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but stay tuned for my review of that one as well. There's just lots going on. Lots and lots going on. There's also a special visit video coming up shortly on the channel. Sort of like a Notion in Motion video, similar to the trek I did at Penervan Mountain. There's also another area that I found that's very local to me. When I say local, it's an hour away. But it was a trip that I absolutely loved. And it's a area or a picturesque scene in a movie. It's actually been recorded in a film that's also very close to me. So stay tuned for the mysterious video. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, please do remember to leave a thumbs up. And if you like this sort of content, feel free to come and subscribe to the channel. Leave the bell icon smashed in and highlighted, and you'll be notified as and when any of the future content goes live. If you want to go and check out some of the other content, my unboxing videos, I've left a link to that in the description of this video. Feel free to head over to some of the other playlists. You might find something that you enjoy. Until next time, thank you for watching the video. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again when I'm 34. Peace.